Smoking Cigars with Howlinblind, part 2 of my video that should be called 9/11 Detainees Tried in New York. Let's get back to it. That senator, and there's a lot of folks who feel this way, and it seems like they're on the Republican side. I don't know. I'm not going to play partisanship. I'm not going to say the Democrats are good, the Republicans are bad in this situation. But there's a lot of people who do not think these fellas deserve a trial. Because what we're talking about, if you just clicked on here, is the detainees in Guantanamo Bay. Mohammed Shake Your Booty, whatever his fucking name is, who supposedly confessed under enhanced interrogation methods to being the mastermind behind 9/11. And what I want is, I want a fair trial for these fellas, because let me ask you this question, folks. Let's say you were one of those detainees and you had done nothing wrong. Because under the new Patriot Act and Homeland Security, they could snatch up anybody off the streets and throw them in Guantanamo Bay and hold them without questions, without even telling them what they were holding them for. And if you were innocent, wouldn't you like a fair trial? So I'm all for giving these fellas a fair trial, because I don't want anybody else in the rest of the world to say that America became a lynch mob. I don't want anybody to say, well, he was talking to my Mayella, so that makes him guilty. Trivia question. What would that have been from? You gonna believe the story, Ryan? But let me ask you a question. When you were a little kid and somebody, say, stole all the pennies out of your mother's cookie jar that she was saving to buy her new hat, it wasn't you, but it was one of your friends, but you didn't know it. But all you knew is you didn't do it, and your mother's giving you a whooping with a switch, or your dad is giving you a whooping with a belt. Did you do it? Did you do it? Would you eventually confess? Yes, I did. Would you want the beatings to stop? Enhanced interrogation is torture. Watch the movie Taxi to the Dark Side, please. Watch it with the lights off, because halfway through it, you'll jump up and turn the lights on, and you'll be in a cold sweat and fear. I'll tell you right now. We need we need to have a fair trial for these fellas. Mohammed Shake Your Booty, whatever his fucking name is, and his 4 cohorts, who all claimed that they had something to do with what happened in 9/11. Because what we need to find out, we need to find out the true story. We need to find out who are their accomplices over in this country, and prosecute those people also, even if it leads to Donald Rumsfeld, Condoleezza Rice, Dick Cheney, and George Bush. It's time to get serious, folks. 9/11 was an attack, a terrorist attack on this country. It never should have happened. It should have been stopped in its tracks. It's evidence proof that they knew it was going to happen. NORAD was ordered to stand down. Who did that? Who allowed 3,000 Americans to be killed on 9/11, September the 11th, 2001? And yes, I'm not for the death penalty, but if it turns out that these fellows, these 4 Guantanamo Bayites, were part of it, electric chair, and all their cohorts, everyone who helped them in any way, shape, or form, and I think it should be put on TV. The American people need to see this. Other terrorists in other countries need to see this, but they're not afraid of death. That's why they go on suicide missions. But the people who are afraid of death are the ones who actually mastermind this, who are sitting in the backgrounds, who accomplish these men, who are the accomplices, who helped these men carry out the attacks on 9/11, and we have no idea who they are. And they're going through their daily life, acting like good Americans, and getting on TV and trying to tell us that we need to go kill these people before they kill us. Rudolph Giuliani keeps saying that we are threatened by Islamic fundamentalists. You tell your kids long enough, they better go to sleep, because the boogeyman will come out of the closet and get them. If they don't, they're going to grow up thinking, there's a boogeyman in my closet. There's no boogeyman in your closet, but you tell a lie long enough, and you're convincing at it, which politicians are always convincing at what they lie about. They can make you believe anything. So my bottom line is, I think we need to have this trial for Sheikh Mohammed Booty or Omama over here in this country and his 4 cohorts, and we need to get to the bottom of it. We need to find out who their accomplices were in the States and bring those folks to trial too. And if they are found guilty, and only if they are found guilty, then the appropriate sentence. The appropriate sentence. But we can't just say, they talked to Mayella. They walked by there every day and they busted up a shiffer rope, so they must be guilty. We need to prove it. And a court of law is the only way to prove it. I don't know what lawyer would defend him, but I'm sure there's one out there somewhere. This has been Smoking Cigars with Howlinblind, just a short 2-parter on the detainees in Guantanamo Bay. Mohammed Sheikh Your Booty, whatever his fucking name is, Mohammed, and his 4 cohorts. We need to find out what happened. September 11, 2001. You call me a 9/11 truther if you want. You can say I'm nut. You say I'm crazy. I say, if you don't want to know what really happened that day, you're an ostrich. Hide your head in the sand because you don't want to know what's going on. And if you don't want to know what's going on, I feel sorry for you. Enjoy the day, friends. Oh, one more thing. In the Fed, shut down the IRS and start printing American notes, United States notes at no interest. Let's get this country out of debt and out of the hands of the big bankers.